So the British Red Cross did some research and discovered that the group least likely to be prepared for winter and most likely to think that they're infallible in winter conditions is young male drivers. So we brought Jordan Black along to Knockhill Race Circuit. By day, Jordan is a council plumber, and by night and at the weekends he is a rally driver. So we thought we would bring him along and teach him some skid control. We sent Jordan out with Knockhill's advanced driving instructor Bill Wardlaw, who put him through his paces.
What does ABS mean?
Anti-lock brake system.
Thank you. Anti-lock braking system. It means no matter how hard you brake, it won't lock up. It means you can steer at the same time. Absolutely hammer that brake down. Press the clutch at the same time. We don't want you to stall the car. If the engine's not going, the ABS doesn't work, the power steering doesn't work. Now remember what I said, Jordan, the harder you brake, the better it works, okay? So it's away in first, into second gear, up to about 25 miles an hour, straight at the cone. When I say stop, both feet down, clutch and brake together, at the same time, steer to the left. Brake slightly before you steer, to get the ABS working first before you steer.
Before you steer, right, okay.
Okay, right, whenever you're ready, yeah. Mind and steer to the left at the bottom. Yep. Stop! See the difference really attacking that brake pedal makes?
Yep.
Quite happy with that? Right, we'll try cadence braking this time. Still come at cars going about that don't have ABS. If they got into a skid, what should they do through braking?
Release the brakes
Release
and
them.
then reapply them.
Correct. Pumping the brake or cadence braking. Okay, can you feel the individual big thump with the brake? And I was right off the brake at one point as well, you'd notice. Yeah. Now your ABS is like that on your braking foot. Now a lot of folk think cadence braking is quick on the brake as well. In theory, you do it with the timing of the suspension movement. Okay, when you brake, the nose goes down, you should release the brake, let the nose go up again, then brake again. In our car, down there, the right rhythm, again, clutch, brake together, keep the foot in the clutch pedal, that's the rhythm on the brake pedal. We start you off in a straight line, then once you've got the right rhythm, we then aim at the cone and then you add the steering to it. And we prefer you to steer on the first pump of the brake. Then when you release the brake, you immediately go the front wheels are facing. Stop, and off, and on. You feel that better that time? Aye. Mind the clutch, mind the cadence braking. Stop, off, that's it. Yeah, that was good. Slow on. Understeer is a front wheel skid. What do you do in a skid? Well, what does lifting off do to the balance of the car?
Transfers the weight to the front wheel.
Yeah, it may stop the front wheel skid, but if you transfer too much weight to the front wheels, you'll then get a rear wheel skid. Think of another way of reducing the power of the car, other than taking your foot off the accelerator. Press the clutch pedal, exactly. Do you get a change in weight balance when you dip the clutch? No, you don't. So therefore, you can't go from a front wheel skid to a rear wheel skid. Accelerating, clutch, off the clutch. Yeah. So that's what we want you to do. Number one, press the clutch pedal when you get a front wheel skid. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Clutch, clutch, clutch. That's it. Feel that working?
Aye.
Down to the right. Accelerate, accelerate. Mind the clutch. Number one when you get the skid. Yeah. Feel that working there for you? Some people also say steer into the skid. Who's ever heard of that one? No?
Steer into the skid?
Yeah. Oh, aye. It does make a difference. Right. Okay. Your front wheels are facing that way, you skid that way, and you do that. Clutch, off the clutch. As long as you don't have ESP type system in your car. Who's got an ESP system in their car? The way it works, you're going to run the corner, the front wheel skid like that, it automatically brakes that tyre there that does that. So if you steer into the skid, the system doesn't work. But the system is better than what you are. So you keep steering where you want to go, which is round the corner. Still nothing wrong with pressing the clutch pedal. If it's an automatic, come off the accelerator. If it's a rear wheel skid, that's happening, it brakes that tyre there. Again, don't steer into the skid. Keep steering where you want to go, which is round the corner. Where your eyes go, your hands follow. Keep looking where you want to go and you'll tend to drive there better. Our car, the systems are out. With the rear fuel skid, you must steer the way the tail end's going. Okay? Again, also get the clutch down. A wee bit later and getting the clutch down, you see it's a bigger skid. See the difference?
Aye.
That's it. You see, you loaded up your hand ready to take that one. Clutch. Steer, steer, steer. Well done. Excellent. The best way to control a skid is don't. We've all seen the best racing rally drivers in the world fall off the road. If they can't get it right, we've little chance. So don't skid in the first place.
So, by the end of the session, has Jordan learned anything?
Yeah, I learned a lot today. I've found a few techniques that I'd never thought of before and ways to catch slides and such, like using the clutch pedal where I'd never normally used before, so I'm definitely going to put them into good use this winter.
So Bill, what's your best advice for winter driving?
The most important thing in the winter, plan ahead, good observation, anticipation, stay within your limits, stay within the car's limits. Safe driving, everybody.
It's not just about driving skills, it's about planning your journey and preparing your car for winter too. We spoke to Road Safety Officer Colin Smith for some top tips.
Winter weather can change drastically and over a short period of time. During this time we need to make sure we're prepared for the harsh weather conditions that are out there. Glaring sun, snow, ice, fog, all these conditions that can make driving hard. So during this season we need to make sure we're prepared for driving our vehicles. Think carefully about your journey and how you're going to plan out your journey. Check local and national weather forecasts. Look it up online, check social media sites and make sure you're planning the most appropriate journey. Make use of main roads and avoid local routes that may not be treated well. It's essential that we are prepared and we have an emergency kit in our vehicle. So these are some of the items that you might keep within your boot. You should definitely have a shovel in your car. Also keep an ice scraper and some de-icer to get rid of snow and ice from your vehicle. A torch, especially a wind-up variety, would be a good idea as well. In case you get stranded, have a blanket, maybe some warm clothes, a hat and scarf, gloves. Remember you want to be seen as well. Keep a high-vis waistcoat within your boot. So that you can contact somebody, make sure your mobile phone is charged. And if necessary, keep a battery-powered charger in your car as well. To make sure your vehicle is running correctly, have antifreeze and screen wash kept within your boot also. Should you have a breakdown situation, a warning triangle would really be needed. And also, if you do get stranded or have to stop, make sure you've got a flask and some non-perishable food in your boot. Ensure your vehicle is well prepared this winter season. Make sure your servicing is up to date, and things such as windscreen wipers, batteries, brakes, etc. in good working order. Pay attention to your tyres, they're at the correct inflation and in a good condition. Make sure you have your emergency kit in your boot and plan your routes. Be safe and think this winter season.
So we almost finished at Knockhill today. So far everything's been about four wheels, but luckily here today we've got Neil Mackenzie who's going to tell us a bit about planning ahead for two wheels.
Hi there, I enjoy riding on the road all year long, but of course we know when the winter comes there are extra hazards out there. You've got to be careful with the cold, wet roads, make sure your tyres, everything like that are in order. And of course when the temperature gets down you've got to be careful of black ice and frost and things like that. Planning ahead is always important, and that means bike preparation, and also when you're riding, always looking ahead for hazards that might be coming up, and of course these dodgy conditions. So enjoy your motorcycling in the winter and stay safe.